Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be doing this quick setup. It was for a class that the owner was doing at her hair salon. So as you can see, we didn't have that much space. So I kept things pretty fun with this design. I didn't want to do anything too bulky because of the space that we were in. I wanted to keep it clean, sleek. I didn't really think too much. I literally did this setup within an hour. I was out within an hour after getting content and everything. So right here, I'm using a cluster of 6 balloons and a quad of 4. And then I'm adding in another one. So the main colors, there were 2 main colors, which were the lime green and the black, and then the pink, the hot pink was an accent color. And I try to keep them as separate as possible from from the lime green. And you guys will see, I'm going to end up moving that one up a little, but I'm adding in that quad of black. And at first I was going to tie it to that one, and I was like, no, I'm going to just keep it hanging. I didn't want anything to be too tight. So I didn't do that here. And that was pretty much the end for the top part. It was really quick, you guys. I did that in probably like five minutes, added my 5 inches on. I did go back and add a quad to that green part underneath because it was giving a little bit of a straight line. So I did do that. Other than that, nothing else was changed. I used 260s on the frame itself. And this is a cluster of 6 balloons I'm adding. And then I'm going to reach in for that cluster that I have. This is a cluster of 8 balloons with a quad of 4 balloons attached to that, because I want the sections to be a little bit fuller with the block coloring. I just don't want like cluster of a green then a cluster of a black. I want it to be a little longer. So that's why I added that. And then I'm adding a that is a cluster of 6 balloons on the floor, because I am going to fill it out. And then I added a quad in front. Sorry you guys can't see that part, but I did add a quad in front of that. And I used the 260 on the base of the frame to for the quad of 6 balloons that I added, so don't move around. And this particular frame, outdoors, I recommend using a weight on them. Indoors, it wasn't too bad at all. So they was pretty fine indoors. I was actually happy she didn't add a covering over it because I like the frame itself by itself without the covering. So here I am adding in a quad. You guys know I love my quads to finish off my garlands. And this was it. This was the finishing touching for that. I'm adding on my 5 inches now. And I will go back. I didn't get it on camera, but I did go back and add my rig points on the floor so they did not move. And just to give the frame, even though the frame didn't have a weight, just to give it some kind of security, I did the H method on the floor so the balloons won't move. And now I'm just adding in. I didn't get the finishing. This was the last part though. I didn't get the finishing design because I did end up inflating a cluster of 6 balloons of black and a quad to go on the floor. But this was pretty much the end of the setup that I'm doing now. I'm just adding in the rest that I have. This was an 18-foot garland that I charged for, which is the smallest that I offered for on-site installations. And I just broke it up in 3 sections to give it a nice full effect. That way, when they take pictures, they'll have like balloons coming from all sides and at the top. And here I was pushing the design down a little bit. It was pretty tight in there, you guys. So I try to get as much as I can. But sorry if I didn't get a lot. But this is how everything is turning out. And I think I'm just adding in my 5 inches. I am going to move some things around off camera if I'm not mistaken. But I added the black right there underneath the green. I had added that quad of black. And if I'm not mistaken, I end up ripping off that quad of lime green that's on the left side pointing. I end up ripping it off and moving it to the floor to close that up. And this is pretty much the end, you guys. I'm just adding on the 5 inches and then I was done. It was a rainy day. I was happy to get back in the house. So this is how everything turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.